Alright guys, it's your boy like 1/2 and Duo. So basically right now I've been playing a lot of Astrobots and stuff, and let's see. I know they want to do that. A person was telling me, and once again, Ligo was correct. When people say, "Oh, they're gonna make a new," I said, "No, they're gonna make a Pro." They spend too much money in the PlayStation spot to let it just go away. The PlayStation 5 is they want to expand it. That's how a company will work. That's how a company would work. But people say, "Oh, no, that's not how it is. You put that much money in R&D, you want to use the hell out of it as best as you can." So, and they have not made a return on their R&D for the PlayStation 5. That's what a lot of people don't know. But people are thinking that you talk about a Wii U and everything. The PlayStation is basically more worse than the Wii U because it doesn't have that much. The difference between the PlayStation 5 and the Wii U is the Wii U had way more games than the PlayStation 5. That was all that could be played on it, and it had a unique experience. Astrobot is a one in a lifetime shot, and there's a few games that take that position. And again, it's kind of weird how people would hit Nintendo with that, but they don't want PlayStation with the same hit problem. Nintendo have that same problem too. Yes, Mario Galaxy was there. 3D World and everything. They all did, use the Joy Cons and everything a certain way. But yeah, PlayStation did the same thing too. So let's be honest about it and stop cherry picking this shit. But let's see. I was correct. They're gonna be a PlayStation Pro. So let's see what a PlayStation Pro is.
Hi, I'm Mark Cerny. I'm excited to be here to talk about the newest addition to our console lineup, PlayStation 5 Pro, and how it advances gaming technology. But first, I want to take just a minute to look at what we put in the original PlayStation 5.
How we advance. That's such bull BS, but whatever.
And how it delivers an exceptional gaming experience. When PS5 debuted in 2020, it brought a lot to the table. 8 Zen 2 CPU cores form the brains of PlayStation 5 and enable high-speed complex gameplay, with character counts reaching into the hundreds and frame rates that can be as high as 120 frames a second. PS5 has a powerful RDNA 2 GPU, which can render anything from intricate details to fantastic worlds with vast panoramas to explore. Ray tracing allows for dramatic visual improvements, including reflections off of water or glass.
Don't care.
And the realism that comes from real-time global illumination. Custom SSD can load data at breathtaking speed.
That is true.
Ultra-fast transitions between game worlds. And data streaming rates so high that traversal speeds are essentially unlimited.
I get that part.
Tempest 3D audio tech brings an unparalleled sense of immersion to the sound of the games. With audio so real, you may not even need to see the enemies to know exactly where they are.
Okay.
Finally, the DualSense controller has haptics that let you feel through your hands what your character is experiencing inside of the game.
That is, yes.
It's wonderful
Not
to
many
see
games
such
have taken of that.
Game experiences. Creators have made amazing use of the hardware capabilities, but when I talk to them, I do hear about their desire for more graphics performance.
Which is going to take longer for the damn games to be made. Why? Why? It takes y'all 50 years to make a damn game, and some of these games don't even make money back. They fail. Concord, Dustborn, please. Like, it just why? Why make the games? Oh, this is the opposite of what we need really.
The dreams of the developers are bigger than can be supported at 60 frames per second.
No,
and that leads to an aspect of modern gaming that we're all familiar with.
Bullshit.
Graphics modes.
No.
It can be a difficult choice for players.
Not really.
Fidelity modes emphasize the...
That's why I have to say I like Astrobot. Ain't no graphics mode, no fidelity mode, and none of that bullshit. Give me the game and let me just go. Jeez. Y'all making games more thing. If you want that, go on PC. For consoles just, hey, plug, play to my TV, play the game, be good to go.
visuals, typically through higher resolution rendering.
Blah, 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 blah,
These
blah.
modes might also have enhanced detail or use more ray tracing. But the games only run at 30 frames per second. The visuals can be choppier and the controls less responsive. Performance modes emphasize frame rate and interactivity, typically choosing to run 60 frames per second. Mainly by reducing the graphical detail until those frame rates can be achieved. When asked to decide on a mode, players are choosing performance about 3/4 of the time.
Exactly.
Removing that decision, or at least narrowing that divide, is one of the key targets for PlayStation 5 Pro. We want to give players the graphics that the game creators aspire to, at the high frame rates that players typically prefer.
Okay.
To do that, PS5 Pro substantially improves over PlayStation 5 in 3 ways. Here's what we call the Big 3.
Oh my goodness.
First, we made the GPU much larger and increased the speed of the memory it uses. The result is rendering that's up to 45% faster.
Okay.
Second, we made major upgrades to the ray tracing, taking a streamlined and accelerated approach that allows calculation of the rays at double or even triple the speeds of PlayStation 5. And finally, we added custom hardware for machine learning and an AI library called PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, or PSSR for short. PSSR analyzes the game images pixel by pixel and can add an extraordinary amount of detail, which boosts the effective resolution of the games. Game creators are adding PS5 Pro support to new and existing titles, and with the Big 3 involved, the results can be pretty amazing, with graphics showing something like fidelity levels of detail, but at double the frame rate. Here's The Last of Us Part 2 running on PS5 Pro.
Whoopee.
It has huge amounts of detail and targets a super smooth 60 frames per second. Let's compare this to the fidelity mode on PS5, which is only running at 30 frames per second and is therefore much choppier.
Don't stop!
This goal of delivering almost fidelity-like graphics at performance frame rates has been achieved for a broad set of titles, including Marvel's Spider-Man 2 and Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. We can see that PS5 Pro is close to doubling the power of PlayStation 5. Another way to compare the two consoles is to look at PS5 Pro versus Performance mode on PS5, both of which target 60 frames per second. What we see here is a difference in detail. PS5 Pro is much sharper and crisper than PS5. For this, my favorite is the parade scene from Ratchet & Clank. Distant details are much clearer. And here we can see Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is noticeably higher resolution throughout the scene, including the trees and procedural cars.
Okay.
So overall, some remarkable improvement to the games. On PS5 Pro, we can see increased sharpness to the graphics or smoother and more responsive gameplay. This is the Big 3 showing their value. As you've been seeing, machine learning via the PSSR library is being used quite broadly to add pixel detail and boost frame rate. But there are as many approaches as there are game engines. The increase in raw GPU power is being especially effective for Horizon Forbidden West. Apart from the detail boost, that extra graphics power is allowing for improvements to lighting and visual effects, as well as to the hair and the skin in cinematics.
Open up, guys. Jor's orders.
Up with the damn hair and skin crap again. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's great. What? I don't care. I want to play games that's fun and just get to the action. That's why it is. Now, okay, I'm not buying a PlayStation Pro. Just saying that. But the only reason I'm making a video of this and saying stuff like this is I think they're going the wrong way. Again, if you want this type of fidelity and power, as most of the PlayStation games are coming to PC, go PC. Point blank period. If I wanted to, that's what I would go. I'm sorry, that's just what it is. This is not impressing me. This is just making me like, oh great, games gonna take longer to make, and we're gonna have a lot more. I remember people used to attack Nintendo. I have a video with the Wii U. Oh, it's a drought. Yeah, well, y'all got a drought, and it's funny. Barely anybody talks about the drought on the PlayStation. They all just go into the stuff. This is the final year of this is supposed to be the final year of the Switch. And if I have not bought a lot of games for the damn Switch this year, ain't even a joke. You still have what? You got Zelda coming up this month. You have Mario Brotherhood 2 months from now. Oh my goodness. You got Jamboree, which I'm not gonna play, but the people again. Mario Party is doing a good thing, so what the hell?
Good enough for me.
Ray tracing is finding broad usage as well, particularly
Using
when the
what?
games are focused on higher frame rates. The faster hardware in PS5 Pro can make a real difference. Allowing Gran Turismo 7 to add ray-traced reflections between the cars in gameplay, while continuing to support their targeted 60 frames per second. That boost in ray tracing is also delivering big wins for Hogwarts Legacy, allowing not only for better reflections and a greater variety of reflective surfaces, but also for further realism in the casting of shadows. I hope you've enjoyed this run-through of the technology behind PlayStation 5 Pro. Simply put, it's the most powerful console we've ever built, and a worthy addition to the PS5 family. Let me wrap this up by giving you a quick look at a number of games running on the new console.
I got a question. Y'all said you were supposed to have 8K gaming with the PlayStation 5, then you had to took it off the box because you lied. And I've not heard no 8K playing on the Pro, so that's just out the window, ain't it? $700 for a console.
It'll be worth it.
Okay.
Did I do it? Oh, what is this? What's with all the neon?
It's a great game, just playing on the PlayStation 5 Pro. $700 for a console. I bought mine for $450 with PlayStation 2. Without. Sorry about that. So I bought mine for $450 with God of War, and Anderson bought his own for, like, I think it was five something with PlayStation and other stuff like that I bought for him. Like, it's nothing. It's nothing. I don't get it. Like I said, but people have money, and as the old saying go, fools and their money are soon departed. Because that to me is just stupid. But again, at this point, I have a PlayStation Pro. I have a PlayStation 5 Pro in my house. It's called a PC. It has more terabytes than it could store more games. Got more RAM than their PlayStation Pro would ever have, and I could run more high fidelity games if I wanted to. It's called my PC that I built. That's what it is. It's like, yeah, I just want to plug up. PlayStation, your problem is not the console. Your problem is the software. That's your problem. So is Xbox. The software is the problem. Why buy all this expensive pretty car if I don't got it's literally why would I buy a Lamborghini for no a McLaren a McLaren that's built for Formula One, and I got no place to stretch out its lungs. Now, I'm not in Germany where you have the Autobahn where I could go full speed and feel that speed and whatever. It's kind of ridiculous. It's just basically a big dick measuring contents once again, and it's just I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay. Your problem is games. You just launched a good game, which is Astro Boy. I like the game. Like the game. It's a really good game. I'm having fun playing it. The last time I had fun, but the thing that killed me is I've seen people with their reviews, and I might do a quick review about mine too. It's like they were like, "Oh, this is the best. This is last time I had a fun game like this is Mario Galaxy or Mario 64." Blah blah blah. The last time I had a good platforming game like this that made me feel all right was last year, which was Mario Wonder. Mario Wonder was just as fun as Astro Boy. Okay, it was just as fun, very, very well. But I'm not knocking what Team Asobi did. They did a great job with Astro Boy. It's like, yes, they took ideas from Odyssey, Galaxy, Super Mario Bros. They took a lot of things from Nintendo. And like I said before, it doesn't bother me. It's all right. Is it the greatest thing sliced bread? No. The problem is a lot of PlayStation guys are hyping this game way more than is it a great game? Yes. More than it is because they don't got no games to play on their console. If you had games to play on your console, you would be like, hey, another good game in the library. But you don't have that much exclusives on the PlayStation 5. While Nintendo has millions of, not millions, but hundreds of basically 200 exclusives from Nintendo themselves. They're from one company, Nintendo and its subsidiaries. I have to be honest. Now, Nintendo and its subsidiaries, 200. You have over 200 exclusive that sold over 1 million and rated high. Not all of them, but majority of them. While PlayStation has what, 10, 15 at the most. Xbox, we know what that is. So I'm just putting my 2 cents in there. You like it, you don't like it, I get it. But hey, I think PlayStation is doing the wrong thing. That's my fault. That's my thinking, and whatever it is. So anyway, I hope you guys. And speaking of PlayStation, I've been doing a lot of game and chill. I've created a playlist to go back to anybody who want to watch any of this stuff. Game and chill is basically I'm just playing games. I'm not trying to do no super technique. I'm not doing it's just me playing a video game. If you guys are there when I'm playing it, I could chat with you. We talk about stuff. That's where the chill part comes in. We talk about any topic. We could talk about this topic. We could talk about other topics. We just talk about games while playing a game. I play games for fun. I don't play games to make money. I don't play games to push this and whatever it is. It's just playing games. Again, so when you see GC or GNC, that's Game and Chill. If you see it live, join in the chat. I don't care what console you got or whatever. Talk about stuff. We could shit talk a little bit. As long as we keep it cordial and straight, we could do that. And another thing I'll be doing is on Sundays, if you guys want to get more content, I am going to release, on Sundays, I'm releasing more retro podcasts. Some of the podcasts that put me and my sister's channel on the map, Enduro. We're gonna release some old vintage, since this is the 10th anniversary, so 10th anniversary of the Enduro channel. I'm releasing some old content. You guys could go in there and hey, chat it up, have fun, whatever, of what we talked about. Because the funny part is, a lot of the stuff we talked about then is still relevant now, 10 years later. Different console generation, and the same S is basically still happening. Anyway, thank y'all for joining me. Hope you all have a good day. And remember, there's no perfect games out there. What's perfect to you is not perfect to me. What's perfect to me is not perfect to you. Simply enjoy games on all consoles, including PC. Peace out.